It might be difficult to tell by the camera angle, but my Paleophis is now longer than 3 school buses. It's one of the largest snakes in the game. However, the growth has become so slow that going up a single digit is equivalent to others living out their entire lives. There we go. Food. It's not on the leaderboard, but that's because it's still alive. So let's go back to where we last left off, at 4.8 plus growth. There's a big koa there. I'm gonna steal his food. At the time, it had been a few weeks since I'd last played the game, so I had to warm up before doing anything stupid. I just stole that koa's food. I needed that so badly too. My hunger drops ridiculously fast. I wonder if he'll come in the water. He is. See, the koa may have been able to escape. He had a lot of body weight and was on land. But unfortunately for the average sized snake, Paleophis are immune to venom, so I shouldn't be using my venom bite on other snakes. But I was still warming up. Man, it's about 3 minutes now for my stomach to be like into the hunger. There's another snake here. Excellent. That's perfect. Perfection. Man, those are big snakes too. Just nowhere near my size. The storm was over and the sun had fallen. Nighttime had arrived. But when your animal is this big, you have to feed at any opportunity possible. Just about no one can be spared. A giant megaraptor made the same crucial mistake that so many others have made before it. Awesome. Now we can eat. See, a lot of people don't realize too, in Bob you pretty much got 2 stomachs, alright? That was easy, a 3.0 Megaraptor. I wonder if that's the same koa I had a battle with earlier. It looks like it. He's gonna go grab a trinket. As soon as he's at the very bottom, that's when I'll go for him, once he picks it up. This was not the same koa from before. Different skin, different size, etc. Nice, got him! Perfect, big meal. Take this under the water. Oh yeah. He would be very upset, I'm not gonna lie. Because he was a monster. Just a dead monster. Curl back up under here. A bit of a coil. But of course that food wouldn't last long. And I was forced to move on. Eventually I found myself with the swamps, damn near starving to death. This Aculon was huge, leaderboard material. Big turtle too. My Paleophis has killed many turtles in its life cycle, but this swamp dweller was by far the largest one I'd ever come across. Is he using his power? That's a big turtle. Gonna go what? I need to breathe. Some oxygen. Oh, you hit me there. Man, he's big. Is this health? I was starting to reconsider my position, just because of my hunger, and my health, and the sheer size of the turtle alone. Got him down to his health. I'd broken through the Aculon's shield, and now it was down to raw health. But would I have enough time to complete this hunt? I'm so hungry. I gotta go. I was defeated by my adversary, and on the brink of starvation. I had no choice but to retreat. I could starve to death if I'm not careful. Funny enough, it's not the first turtle that got away, and probably won't be the last. We're eating good at least. Recovering from that fight for those turtles was not easy. Or a turtle. Dude was absolute unit. I would guess a 3.0 plus easy. Scary. And he's out here still, doing his thing. Getting big. There just wasn't enough food in the swamp to maintain my hunger, so I made my way to the salt marsh. There's a trope there. Never know. Going for water. And that's when I found a large Tropionathus, heading into the cave for some fresh water. Rest in peace, buddy. Got him. Like a rat in a trap, unable to escape a difficult situation, and it was self-imposed, because the trope had other options. I knew he was dead the moment he entered that cave. I was like, there's no way he's gonna get away. It could have got a fresh supply just about anywhere else, but I chose a death sentence. Look at the size of me, man. Coming through that tunnel, that must have been a nightmare to see. I thought he would have saw me out there. Yep, that was actual really cool hunt. A lot of people ask me in the comments section, why do I cannibalize as a snake? Because it's necessary to stay on top. It was pretty big. A survival game with a leaderboard has no time for mercy. He freaked. There was nothing he could do. As soon as he saw me, he freaked out. I would too. I'd be like, get out of it. 4.9. Now, there are community servers with snakes that are huge, but I don't count community servers. They're just not even content to me. I only count what's on the officials. Let's just eat all this actually and get fat. So, when you're fat, it's ideal to be fat as a snake. That way, you can regurgitate your food for speed. Whoa, big Moser there. Gone. I'll take his food. He could have battled me. He was huge, so he could have, but he was playing that smart. He got attacked twice, had some venom on him, and was like, I'm out. Straight to the deep. Because he doesn't know if there's more than one. That's how he got big. And this food is exactly what I needed. He just killed someone huge. Whoever he killed was a big player. And I'm having a lot. Now, I can chill for a second. I'm gonna need water. Look at the size of my snake. I just want to see, like, I can barely fit in these trees now. I am actually just too big for trees even. That's insane. Shortly after, I made my way back down to the beach, and I had a feeling the Moser would be hanging around. I was overweight and I used that to my advantage, to test his damage, but mainly to see if he had exhausting bite. He hurts. Which he did. Now if he didn't have exhausting bite, I could hunt this bad boy, but the fact that he's got it, best not to even try. Alright, we're even now. We are even. There's a meg right up there. You never know, he might come in the water for it. There's a couple of megs up there. I'm hoping they fall for that fish. Come on, Meg. Come for the food. You know you want to. Many unsuccessful hunts later, I was back roaming the coast. It is a rough world out there. There's a little croc. I was now finally a 5.0 Paleophis. Hey, buddy. He's actually pretty big. I probably should have killed him, but I wanted water. Granodon can go. Please, he goes, sorry bro, I just let 2 people live. I can't let them all live. If I actually read that, that's why I have my combat log on, because if I read that I probably wouldn't have killed him. Some of them are just gotta go. Days would pass before I saw any real action. I haven't been over here in a long time. I would even travel the entire map, more than once. Come back here because I'm getting a little bit worried about some of these big clans I'm seeing. I've seen some really big groups. And I need somewhere where there's a lot of rocks I can retreat to if I need to. Can't afford to make mistakes when you're this big. So yeah, I haven't been here in ages. But this is where I'm gonna live here for a bit again. I like this spot. I know it well. I know it like the back of my hand. Plus there's lots of crystals here, which is handy. Not that type of crystal either. Damn, look at the size of me now. That's a plane after all. It's crazy to think of how many successful hunts this Paleophis has made in its perpetual existence. And it's still got a long way to go. With no friends, groups, friendships, or any assistance. It's pretty hard not to starve to death. You just gotta keep moving pretty much. So if people are wondering if Bob, Beast of Bermuda is a solo friendly game, it is. But I seem to be doing okay still. Am I resting? Recently rested. Someone else has been eating fish here. Wait a minute. There's someone right there resting. It's a snake. It was a snake. Dinner. Yep. Man, he was stuck out here with me too. There was like nowhere he could go, nothing. He would never be able to outrun me on this island. The odds were just completely stacked against him. Nagini don't care. He knows what you were born, not who you are. You are but food to my Paleophis, a means to stay alive and keep on getting bigger. And if I stop hunting now, then I will perish. He did a lot of damage. That was one giant snake. That dude was massive. Whoa, he did 355 of damage. I was doing 255. He did 100 damage more than me. But that snake was no ordinary Paleophis. That was the number 6 in the world. Server leaderboard. So if we find the snake... There's the snake. So night, there he is, nightfall. He was a 3.5 semi-aquatic Paleophis, just like me. GG man, you're a huge snake. You had a good run. Now there could be other snakes out there that are bigger than me and have just not died. It's possible. Again, there's a snake out there. No wonder. I picked up the scent trail of another Paleophis on my compass. Let's have a look. And then I found it. There's a snake. But it was small. Just a little 1.3, 1.4. I'll take all that food. Man, all I do is kill snakes. I've literally killed a ridiculous amount of them. And yes, guys, I need the food, because all that food is going to last me about a minute to 2 minutes at maximum. And then I'll be looking at death. Starvation. 5.1. Okay, so we got a Sarchania living up here somewhere. Later on, I was stalking some herbivores, hoping and waiting for the right moment to strike. But then, a different opportunity would present itself. I got some venom on him. What are you beaching yourself for? I think he thinks I was like full aquatic. He wasn't very big, but he looked big. That was close. That was a huge trope, and I failed to hunt it. But I'll see more of them in the future. One for me, is he? Could be. Get moving. He fell and broke his soul. Man, see how dangerous even a tiny little Rex like that is for me. And it's because I'm so long, so for me to get out of the engagement, like, it can be a pain trying to fight anything like that. Sometimes I'd forget how big this Paleophis was, and I'd think it could kill just about anything. Until a Moser decides it wants to humble me. And it's not the first time me and this Mosasaurus have crossed paths. I stole his food once upon a time. But today will turn out completely different. That's a lot of damage. Oh yeah, he got hurt. What a monster, man. I reckon I got way too much venom on him though, so I might try to chase him down even. I had to go back down to the beach and fill up on my regurgitated food, because I was on the edge of starvation. But that Moser was far too big to stick around for long, because it would need to eat every few minutes. Then 10 to 20 minutes later, Dinosaurs in the water, I activated my venom sac. I'm starting to see a pattern. All these players that see me and go for the land. They think I'm not going to follow because of my size. They presume I'm a full aquatic Paleophis. Not bad, not bad. I got a lot of venom on him. You see, I'm a subspecies, naturally smaller than a full aquatic. Yeah, he's out of... He can't even hit me if he wanted to, he's got no power. There we go. Food. Nice, look at the size of that gore. That's awesome. He just had no power, no stamina because of my venom. He was doomed. The gore was huge. He was worth killing. This food would see me through for the next 10 to 20 minutes. See, the other thing really good about Beast of Bermuda is, right, the map, unlike the Isle and Path of Titans, the map in Beast of Bermuda doesn't have hotspots. The entire map, everywhere wants their own little piece of a kingdom, and they take over those areas and get the biggest, and then there's competition within your own species. Like, that's my main competition, is other snakes, and I've killed lots of them, and they're normally semi, just like me. So Beast of Bermuda has the craziest game loop. All of your animals are extremely unique because of your talent trees. I'm so much weaker when I've got this debuff. That was a heavy splash. I need to get some venom going. See, unlike the black and silver Mosasaurus that I'd had a fight with, this white one here was big. But he was nowhere near in our weight class. He's doomed now. Let's keep him on land. Keep him on land. He ain't going nowhere. Alright, this is working out. I haven't got enough venom for that. Keep him up here. I'll just use this to reposition my body. Got him. Nice. A hunter became hunted. He just couldn't get away. He couldn't turn around fast enough. And he couldn't tank me, so he was kind of forced to follow me on land. Venom did a lot of work. He was in trouble. And I just ate his entire body. Just like that. Now, much later on, I would come across an animal that definitely was in my weight class. A 3.5 plus Cychania. Hello, you. He's got exhausting bite. Careful of that exhausting bite. That's a giant Sarchania. Very big Sarchania. See if I can get him out of here. That could work. I am hurt quite a bit though. But when the Sarchania was hitting me for more than 300 damage a piece, and having the talent exhausting bite just to top it off, I decided it just wasn't worth it. That hurt a lot. He's playing it smart now, he's going inland. I'm not going to chase that down. Man, this croc is not dying. Those were some big crocs. Double gore too. Couple of crocodiles. They're actually pretty decent size too. Because, you know, anything under 1.0 I can barely even see when it comes to a croc. See, the scary thing about beasts of Bermuda is you can be a giant that has spent hundreds of hours on a single animal, and yet you will always find an opponent that will match your energy. I know where my place is on the food chain, and I'm not going to disrespect the ocean. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'll give you a lift. Really? Did you just bite me? Cheeky little devil. The swamp is a perfect place for a giant snake to live, but it can be tricky on food. Let's keep that in mind. So the reason this thing never had good inheritance either, because this is my very first snake I ever grew. I was never meant to get it big. It just never died. That's why it's got terrible inheritance. Eat. Eat. Come on. Ooh. I ended up finding a Tyrannosaurus, and it was a good sized one, heading for the ocean, no doubt going fishing. So I backed my body up into the shadows and gave it room to hunt, But little did it know that I would soon be on the way. That's a mistake. But what I was unaware of is that it was not alone, and a much larger Rex was already in the ocean. That hurt. I need to heal up. Just like in real life, my snake's hunting success rates vary. Most of the time it's low. It all depends on who can evade the strikes. So these identical twin Rexes, they got away and get to live to see another day. But half an hour later, I was back in the salt marsh, and that's when I'd get a second opportunity to hunt a Tyrannosaurus. But this one, it was a solo. Hello, hello, hello? Rex. Oh, that's enough venom. Nice. Yes, big gore, baby. Oh. Poor Rexy. He was taking a shortcut. I didn't want to just use venom bites, so that's why I swapped over to just do raw damage, because there was plenty of venom on him. Interesting. Acro. We'll go venom bite to start with. You ain't having enough food, buddy. Acrocanthosaurus is a dangerous animal, so if I was to mess up, it would easily kill me. Get this bleed off of me. He's a pretty big acro, so I can't exactly push him on land. I could, but I'm risking it. It's always a risk. You know, shred that, eat all this. This is my food. Yeah, good, I can't grab it. For a minute though, I was like, can I not grab my regurgitated food? But no, I can. Cool. I'm just planting a bunch of food over here on this island, and I'm just gonna live around here for a bit because it's safe with all the fish. Because it's just so hard to maintain my stomach. Only a few minutes later, I saw the acro again, and this will be evidence of just how dangerous they can be. I might be able to get a couple hits on this bad boy. Nope, missed. There we go. That hurt. That hurt quite a bit. That hurt quite a bit. Alright, let's get that off. Snakes shed their skin primarily because they're growing, and their skin does not stretch to accommodate their increasing size. But here in Beast of Bermuda, we shed our skin to stop the bleeding from an enemy's attack. Holy crap. I didn't think he was going to be able to get on that rock. He definitely could. I almost lost my snake that day. And to think, this animal is over a year old. Okay, GG buddy. You actually almost just killed me. That's the closest I've been to death in a long time. That was actually very scary. I need to get somewhere safe to shed my skin and just casually heal back up. I didn't think he was going to get on that rock. Goddamn turtle chasing me. But it wasn't over yet. A tiny little aculon was going to try and finish me off. Just imagine. I need to go heal up, that's my problem. There was a bunch of purple flowers just nearby which would help. But I had to shed my skin and get the bleed off first. I had to get this bleed off. That little turtle was coming for it. He was like, I can do that. Alright. Scary. Yeah, how do you know? He might have seen me fighting the acro and just knew I was low on health. He's like, this is me. I'm going for it. Quite possibly. Alright. Let's get moving. But sitting around trying to heal up, I couldn't afford. Time was not on my side. I needed to eat, and eat now. Where you going, buddy? Oh, I'm going to quickly eat some flowers. Just because I can. Now where'd he go? Oh, I can't even hit him. I got my revenge and killed that little turtle. Now let's go get my real food. All the food that I planted. Should still be plenty of food out here unless somebody stole it. No, sweet. We're looking good. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yeah, look at the fire over there. I gotta have a closer look. Might as well. Fire is such a cool thing. It makes the survival game just 10 times better. That's why this game has its graphics, because all these trees can be ripped out of the ground in tornadoes, they can be burnt down, they can be eaten. Unlike the Isle and Path of Titans where trees are just static, you know, they never change in any shape or form. The world around us in Bob changes, the oceans rise. You can be hit by lightning and die. It's very rare. And you get a reward for it, you know, you get a skin for it. And if you've got enough health, you can survive it. Big fire. Oh, she's pretty serious on this side now. Wasn't like this 10 minutes ago. Look at that. Burn, baby, burn. Yep, that's just one reason I love Bob, because, you know, this game doesn't have hot spots. It doesn't struggle with a lot of things the other games struggle with. It doesn't have hot spots. The map makes you move. The Isle's new Elder system is not good, I'll put it that way. It's not good. The Elder system in this game, look, I'm still alive a year later. I'm tough, I'm very powerful, it's very rewarding, but I have to eat every few minutes. Yes, this game might not have the fancy graphics, but it has the game mechanics. This Paleophis has been alive for a very long time. It's one of the largest titans in this entire game. But trust me when I say this, there are others out there that are just as big, more dangerous, and even scarier. And these titans are going face to face fighting on a daily basis, all the time. And when these titans do eventually die, they will find themselves their rightful place on the leaderboard. But until that day, they remain shadows, nothing more than a myth, a whisper in the wind. Some people don't even believe they exist. It's all nonsense, and that nobody could achieve such growth. You ain't doing nothing to me up here, buddy. But for now, my Paleophis will log out. It will rest until the day it returns, a king on its undefeated throne.